What Jim says is anytime he finds a body that's been murdered, he knows there's only 3 reasons or a combination of these 3 reasons why that guy's been murdered. He says, look, I don't need to hunt down 1,000 different motivations. That guy was murdered for one or more of these 3 reasons. There was either a sex issue, a money issue, or a power issue. Sex, money, or power. Those are the 3 things that can motivate people to murder. By the way, they're the same 3 things that can motivate any of us to sin. Why? Because sex, money, and power are good things. In fact, they're so good, we'll often take shortcuts to get them. And what Jim is saying, he's saying if you're trying to say that the New Testament writers invented all this, you've got to find one or more of those 3 motivators. Otherwise, they're never going to invent it. So let's go through the 3 motivators. Ladies and gentlemen, did the New Testament writers suddenly get real popular with the ladies for saying Jesus had resurrected from the dead? No, they didn't get sex. Did they get money? No, they weren't 21st century prosperity gospel preachers. Did I strike a nerve? Can I say something about that briefly? You know, I'm kind of shy about my opinions. The easiest way to show the prosperity gospel is nonsense, other than reading the scriptures, is to just look at one fact. Jesus and the apostles weren't healthy and wealthy. They were martyred. Don't tell me they didn't have enough faith. Come on. In fact, Jesus said that if they persecuted me, they're going to persecute you. He said, you're going to have trouble in this world, but take heart, I've overcome the world. Paul said, anyone who lives a faithful life in Christ Jesus will be persecuted. Guess what? You're promised persecution, not health and wealth. So don't buy into this nonsense that the reason you're not healthy and wealthy is because you don't have enough faith. First of all, I would argue that everyone in this room is wealthy by the world standards. But that philosophy is just absolute nonsense, that theology, and it's pulling people away from the truth. Because when it doesn't work for them, people go, oh, I guess God doesn't exist. Yeah, you got the wrong God. You're praying to the Candyman God. Our God came into this world and put himself on the cross to save you, not to give you a new Cadillac. So no, they weren't 21st century prosperity gospel preachers. They didn't get money. Did they get power? No, they got the opposite. They were persecuted. Paul had power when he was Saul persecuting the church. As soon as he becomes a Christian, he's the one persecuted. Look, they didn't get sex. They didn't get money. They didn't get power. They're not inventing this.